Rwanda has always made this one of its priorities with good results. Regarding socio-economic challenges in our East African Community region, we are making progress in key areas. For instance, preparing to inaugurate in January 2010 the East African Common Market to facilitate greater trade, investment, and free movement of almost 130 million people. We believe that there is no better mitigation strategy to economic difficulties than building larger regional markets that bring improved productivity, which increases purchasing power and in turn strengthens our societies. Regarding the global environmental challenge, this United Nations General Assembly session provides an important platform for preparing for the Copenhagen Climate Change Summit. Every nation should have co-equal status and be considered a concerned nation at the forthcoming summit. This implies that each nation has both rights and obligations and should be open to burden sharing according to their ability to do so. This is the time to address in a timely fashion such key issues as how much the industrialized countries are to reduce emissions of greenhouse gases, how much are the developing countries to limit the growth of emissions, and how to finance and support strategies to conserve energy, mitigate risk, and build green technologies that counteract the impact of climate change in the developing world. We have been making a modest but proportionate contribution in Rwanda by, among other things, hosting African preparatory meetings for the Copenhagen Summit to encourage the strong and essential African voice at this critical meeting. We have also been actively implementing national environmental policies for reforestation, terracing, and the rehabilitation of wetlands that supply lake and river systems in our country, to name a few, with good results. On the matter of peace and security, the world faces a number of regional threats. The Great Lakes region has its share of peace and security problems, but we continue to make significant progress in fundamentally addressing this question. The leaders of this region recognize the most crucially homegrown solutions, beginning with a joint regional effort that can bring about sustainable peace. It is in this context that we, together with our colleagues and neighbors in the Democratic Republic of Congo, are dealing with the root cause of instability in our area, the negative forces that have been a menace since 1994. If history teaches us anything, it is that we cannot apply same strategies for different problems and expect satisfactory outcomes all the time. We have to think differently on the fundamental questions, including the urgent imperatives of, one, strengthening the future of all nations by fostering economic growth and development whilst investing in the environment. This should be our moral purpose. Two, improving peace and stability of all regions by learning from and supporting legitimate regional actors, and finally engaging and embracing the majority world into multilateralism of decision-making, trade, and prosperity. This should be our shared vision. Future generations will know then how leaders of nations in the year 2009, immersed in crisis, focused on the most difficult challenges, including global economic crisis, climate change, and greater peace and security, and acted with resolve. I thank you very much for your kind attention.